In my last video, I have configured the LVM using a new disk, and from that disk we have extended the logical volume. But in this video, we will take a physical volume, and from that physical volume we will create a partition, and using that partition we will extend the volume group, and from that volume group we will extend the logical volume. What is the difference between the two configurations? Because in one case we will take the complete physical volume, and in another case from a physical volume we will create a partition, and using that partition we will configure the LVM. So I will tell you the details in the last of the video, so please watch the video till end. So friends, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and comment. Let's start the video. Here you can see this is the file system present in my server, and if you want to know more about the LVM configuration, we have to use the command lsblk. Using this command, you can see here we have taken the SDA, NVMe0N1 and SDD. These are the physical volumes we are configured in the LVM. Now what we will do, use the command pvs. Here also you can see SDA, SDC, SDD and NVMe0N1P2. These physical volumes are configured in the LVM. So what we will do, we will take the SDB1. We will take the SDB, and from the SDB disk we will create a partition, and using that partition we will configure the LVM. Let's start the LVM configuration. First what we will do, using fdisk command we will create a partition fdisk/dev sdb. Sorry, fdisk/dev sdb. Here you can use the command p to check if any partitions are present. You can see there is no partition, and you can also see the physical volume size is 4 GB. We will create two partitions having 2 GB. Now create use n. Here enter p for primary partition. Here 1 for partition 1. Then take the initial sector. Then use plus 2G. Enter. Then p. You can see one partition is created, SDB1. Now enter W for save the configuration. Now again fdisk-/db/sdb. Here enter p. You can see one partition created. Okay, now using this partition we will configure the LVM. Here q to quit. Now lsblk. You can see from SDB1 partition is created. To configure the LVM, first we have to prepare the SDB1 partition for the LVM configuration. For that we have to use the command pvs/dev sdb1. See, first we have to use the command pvcreate, pvcreate/dev sdb1, because pvs command will display the physical volume status. So using the pvcreate we will make ready SDB1 for the LVM configuration, or the SDB1 partition added to the LVM physical volumes. Now you check the command pvs. Here you can see SDB1 added. Here you can see added. And previously we have taken the physical volumes SDA, SDC, SDD. These are the physical volumes, but here we have added the partition. Now use the command vgs to find the volume group status. Now what we will do, we will extend the volume group using the SDB1, and we will extend the VGRP volume group. Here you can see VGRP is the volume group we need to extend here. So command will be vg extend, then volume group name VGRP, then the partition name dev sdb1 volume group successfully extended. Now check the command vgs. Here you can see previously there was 6 GB, now it is 8 GB. So now what we will do, we will extend a logical volume using the volume group bgrp. Now take the command lsblk. So what we will do, we will extend the bkp02 partition. Okay, bkp02 logical volume. The command will be lv extend minus capital L plus 2g. This is the size. Then dev mapper, do one thing, use the command df-h. Here you can check the logical volume name. Now use the command lv extend minus capital L plus 2g. Then logical volume name, you can see successfully extended. Now what you have to do, use the command df-h. You can see previously it was 2 GB. Here 2 GB. Now still it is 2 GB because we have not resize the volume. To resize the volume, we have to use the command resize to fs or use the command df capital th. Here you can see this is the xfs volume. For xfs volume, we have to use the command xfs grow underscore fs. In case of ext4, we have to use the command mk resize to fs. But in case of xfs format, we have to use the command xfs underscore grow fs. Then logical volume name. You can see process completed. Now check the command df-h. You can see volume extended to 4 GB. Previously it was 2 GB. Okay, so this is the process. Using a partition, we can configure a LVM, and using the volume group, we can extend a logical volume as per our requirement. Now what we'll do, we will do the, if we use the lsblk command, you can see HDB is a physical volume having 4 GB, and we have created a partition 2 GB, and 2 GB is remaining there. If you want, we can create another partition, and using that partition, we can also configure the LVM. Let's do that. fdisk / dev sdb, sorry, fdisk / dev sdb. Now p, n for new, again p for primary, partition 2. Check the entire volume. Now p, you can see another sdb2 created. Here w for save the configuration. Now again use the command fdix. Here you can see p, that means it will print the partition table. You can see sdb2 added. Q for quit. Now again pv create / dev sdb2 created. Now we will extend the logical volume. We will extend the volume group vg extend. Volume group is the vgrp. If you want to know about the volume group, use the command vgs. You can see vgrp is the volume group we need to extend. So vg extend volume group name vgrp, then partition name successfully extended. Now again use the command vgs to check. You can see previously it was 6 GB, now it is 8 GB. Using the lv extend command, we can extend a logical volume space according to the requirement. So this is the process. But why we will use the partition in case of a physical volume? You can see here I am using a VM. This is a virtual machine. This is a virtual machine. You can see this is a virtual machine. In case of virtual machine, we can extend a physical volume space. Here, let's say this is the physical volume. We can extend it. You can extend it. Once we can extend, it will display in the OS level. And using that space, we can create a partition. Using that partition, we can configure the LVM. So in case of virtual machines, we not need to add a number of disks in the server. We can add a disk, and according to requirement we can expand that disk, and using the free space we will create a partition, and using that partition we can configure the logical LVM configuration. But in case of a physical server, we cannot expand a disk space. In case of a new hard disk, we will add a new hard disk, and using that hard disk we can create a partition, but it is best recommended to use that physical volume for the LVM configuration. So this is the difference, because in one case we will take the entire hard disk, and in another case we can uh, take the entire hard disk, and after that we can expand that disk, and using the free space we can create a partition, and using that partition we can configure the LVM. So this is the difference. In case of physical server, we can take the physical disk, and it is not possible to expand a physical disk. But in case of virtual machine, it is possible to expand a physical disk. So physical disk means it's a virtual disk. So it is possible to expand a virtual disk. So in case of virtual machine, we can use a partition, but in case of physical server, we will use the entire physical volume. So this is the difference between the two cases. So friends, if this video is helpful for you, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment. Thanks for watching.